Hello, my name is Nana Osei Bonsu Jr. of Afriwic International Organization and Sertoh Leadership Organization. I just want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you chapter leaders or potential chapter leaders from Koforidua and Accra. It's going to be an exciting one. We're going to be having a series of orientation moving forward, after which we're going to set a timeline of meetings in the various chapters. And like I said from the beginning, it's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be fun. It's going to be thought-provoking. It's going to be interesting. Basically, what I want to introduce, or what I want to say as the introduction, is that it is a very difficult task what we have decided to do. Changing the mindset of people is not an easy task. It's a very daunting task. It's one of the most difficult tasks ever to change the mindset of people, because people are accustomed to a certain way of thinking based on the information they have received, and then all of a sudden you want people to start thinking the way they used to think and think differently. So in other words, we have to feed them with different information, and that is the task for you and I to do. It is our responsibility to inform our communities with the truth, so it can help them begin to change the way they think. One of the things, I know it's going to be very difficult for us to grasp, but we will grasp it anyway, is to talk about leadership. It's one of the most misconstrued and misunderstood words of our time. Leadership, most of the times when you make mention of leadership, people immediately think of power. They think of rulership over people. They think of charisma. But I just want us to understand that rulership over people has nothing to do with leadership. As a matter of fact, rulership over people is a violation of our purpose as human beings. I always ask, what makes me unique to rule over you? What makes you unique to rule over me? So rulership over people is out of the question. It has nothing to do with leadership. I just want us to get that out of the way. And that has been one of the most believed concept out there, which is hindering people from accepting the fact that leadership has more to do with what we were born on earth. Leadership, we were born for leadership. Basically, that's what I'm trying to cut across. We were born for leadership. So every individual born on earth has a leadership gift to contribute to the development of the world. It is not a preserve of a certain group of people or a certain class of people, or people with charismatic traits. As a matter of fact, another thing I want us to address is personal traits and leadership. People usually confuse personal traits with leadership. I hear questions like, can a shy person be a leader? Do you have to learn to be charismatic to be a leader? These are personal traits. Your personal traits happens to be nurture versus nature. Basically, where you were born, the environment you were born into, the kind of training you received, the people you hanged out with, all of these help shape your personal traits, and that has nothing to do with leadership. Leadership is a gift. It has nothing to do with your personal traits. So let's get that straight. And that is the confusion. Most times people ask me about charisma and leadership. shy people in leadership. How can a shy person be a leader? Your personal traits has nothing to do with leadership. As a matter of fact, as I always say, leadership is a gift for service, and everybody born on earth has a gift for service. You have what it takes to make your community a better place. And as time goes on, we'll be taking a look at the principles of leadership. Leadership as an entity has various principles, and like I always say, anything that has a purpose has principles. And if you want to successfully operate that entity, you have to first learn the principles of that entity. You don't just learn them, but you cultivate those principles so they become your character, and it makes it easy for you to exhibit those qualities. So one of the things we are going to be doing with these series coming our way, these are orientation we're going to be doing for the leaders, the chapter leaders, and we're going to title it Leadership Academy, Afriwic Leadership Academy. And some of the things we're going to be talking about would be the principles of leadership. We also are going to learn how to cultivate principles, some of these principles, because it's not just a matter of learning the principles, but how to cultivate it is also another problem we all face. And it's leadership is a learning process. Nobody has it all. So I'm not just talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself as well. It's something we all need to work on every day. It's a lifestyle, so we all need to work on the principles, work on cultivating the principles of leadership in order to be able to develop our gifts and serve it to our community. So first of all, I want you to understand that leadership has to do with you developing your gift. First, you have to identify your gift. It is very important, because you cannot serve if you don't know what you're serving. If you go to the restaurant, nobody goes to the restaurant to be served the raw food. We go to the